Hello, children of the night. Thank you for joining me. Today we are playing part 2 of Baked Magic. Once again, I am joined by two Chateau members, Lynx
That's me.
and Howle.
Hello.
Okay, so we should be right around where we left off. Okay. With Lana saying, I hope she doesn't get lost on her way to the castle. The next day.
Dun, dun, dun.
I wake up early in the morning and make my way downstairs to the bakery. It is still dark in the little kitchen. With a flick of my wrist, the fireplace lights up. Not all witches and... Oh my gosh, what did we say?
Anya,
Perinia?
I think.
My first instinct was Parnia, like Narnia.
Could be.
Not all...
You know what? Let's just pronounce it different every time we say it.
Every...
That way, at least one of them will be right.
Well, let's see. I feel like we could start getting a little questionable with pronunciation.
Yeah, probably.
But okay. Not all witches in Perinia are born with the ability to use magic. Most develop a spark during childhood, but in rare cases, some people can train themselves and force a spark to ignite in adulthood. I really want to know, like, how, like, they're like saying like witches, and I just need to know, is this like, you know, you develop it and like you're witch, or is like witch like a social like class? Like what does this mean? How widespread is
like
magic that people like have a spark?
Like a profession?
I mean, we learned she was in the war.
Well, I feel like the war. I feel like it's from what's been said already, it feels like something that people are like born with, but then it has to be like activated. But I could be wrong.
Elliot is one of the latter. She has been training since adolescence, but only ignited her spark last year. I admire her determination and perseverance. I, on the other hand, am one of the former. I first developed my spark when I was 8. Another child in my neighborhood had dug out the sunflowers I had been growing. I was so enraged. I had spent weeks growing those flowers. It's just brutal. I raised my hand to grab his arm, but the earth beneath him rose and began engulfing him and said, I mean, okay, like, yeah, don't disrespect someone's like hard work and just take their flowers.
Property, disrespect.
Yeah.
Like, don't just pull someone's flowers out, right? Like, that's rude. It takes a lot to grow flowers, but also not this. Please don't engulf another child.
Her accidental almost murder was an accident. She didn't intend to bury him in the earth, literally. She just wanted to smack him or something.
It was manslaughter.
Yeah,
It was
accidental manslaughter.
Oh no. That was the first time I ever used magic. Luckily, he was also a witch. He conjured a wave of water to wash over us. He said it would help cool me down.
It's such a dick move. You steal
clearly
her
he knows
stuff,
magic.
then you assault her back.
It turned out he had picked the flowers because he wanted to give them to a girl he liked. After talking together, he promised not to take things from someone else's garden again. I generously gave him the sunflowers to give to his crush. He came to me the next day crying because she had rejected him.
Yup.
I mean, yeah.
I would have too.
Comeuppance. I guess even magic can't save a person from the pains of heartache.
It's been a few days. Lana!
I walk over and lock the back door.
Morning, Lana.
Good morning, Elliot. Did you manage to deliver the potion last night?
I sure did. Oh, and listen to this. Last night, there was a lot of commotion at the castle.
Commotion.
The guards were running around frantically, and several messengers were entering and exiting the castle last night.
It probably was nothing. What do you suppose was the cause?
If people are running around, it probably wasn't nothing. Like, it might not have been something big, but I don't think it was nothing.
They saw a huge roach and they had to, like, everyone was scared.
That's definitely not nothing. That's like fireball worthy.
Those wood roaches.
Go get the court magician.
The court magician. Wait, what's the court magician gonna do to the roach?
Fireball it.
The magician.
What do you suppose was the cause? Do you think it's unordinary for there to be so much movement at the castle?
I'm not sure. Perhaps the guards were looking for something, or someone. Or maybe the king was sending out declarations of war to the neighboring nations. Or maybe even love letters.
Elliot loves the hot goss.
Yep.
You have such an active imagination. I like that about you.
Thank you. Oh, she's got a little blush.
Aw, little cheeks.
Oh, wait, have we accidentally gone down the Elliot route? Oh, somehow?
We have.
Without even trying?
You won't need to worry about King Carl declaring war on anyone anytime soon.
How can you be so sure?
Because the last war just recently ended. Many lives were lost, including the Queen's. Her last wish was for the prince and princess to live in a world of peace and harmony. I doubt the king would do anything to take this life that she helped build away from their children. I don't know. King.
Also, war is very expensive to wage. So expensive. Like, you can't join in war and end it and then go right back into another one. It's just not financially feasible.
I mean, I guess it depends, right, on the military campaign and if they're like receiving aid from other nations, other kingdoms.
That's also true. That's true. We don't necessarily know the geopolitical climate of this entire world.
Yeah, and like straight up, like they're war witches.
Yeah, they got magic on their side. That's worth something.
Mm-hmm.
The geopolitical climate of this romance visual novel.
You have so much faith in the king.
I did serve under him during the war, after all. I would say I know him pretty well.
Can you tell me more about the war? I didn't ignite my Spart until... Spart? Let me try again. From the top.
Sparta?
Spart. Ow. My ribs. Okay. Can you tell me more about the war? I didn't ignite my spark until after it ended, so I was never exposed to the battlefield. That's a kind of a loaded question for not even before breakfast.
I'm like, okay, like, no, like, I don't know, I guess, right, if it was like a military campaign, they wouldn't release, like, everything that happened so quickly, but also, like, why wouldn't you learn about it? Like, how could you not if it happened recently? Was she baby? Like, very close to it, and then now she's a fresh adult?
How old is she? Are we robbing the cradle here?
Oh my god.
I feel like a lot, like, maybe because she didn't do her spark or whatever wasn't till recently. So maybe like a lot of common folks, they got, I mean, of course, yeah, the war is going to affect them, but also they still got to do their day to day. So like, maybe they don't know everything.
I guess.
Plus, we don't know if there's a formalized education system at all.
Yeah. Making magic cupcakes. There isn't a lot to say. The slime monster suddenly appeared one day, and King Carl enlisted the aid of all the witches throughout Perinia to banish them.
The slime? Okay. Jane served in the war too, right? Even though she isn't a witch.
So, like, Final Fantasy slimes, like the custards and stuff,
Or like anime slimes. And by anime, I mean...
Dragon's Quest?
What's the difference between Final Fantasy slimes and anime slimes, though?
They look like
specific
upside
subgenre
down.
of anime.
They look like those they look like jellos, like that you just emptied out the cup. And they have a real mean, nasty smile, and they punch you, but also they
punch
electrify.
you?
They can punch you. Okay, my experience with the slimes mostly that I remember was Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, and sometimes they'd punch you. Most of the time they would set you on fire or like electrocute you or try to freeze your living fresh warm body, but like other slimes just slap you around and burn your skin with acid.
I only really played Final Fantasy X, and I think they were slimes and they like bit you because they had teeth. Or they have like slime shaped like teeth. I don't know if they had teeth, but they had like a chompy mouth.
Slime with teeth. That's interesting.
That's horrifying.
I don't know if it was teeth. They're just chompy slime mouth.
I have never played a Final nor a Fantasy, so I'm gonna take y'all's words for it.
I really love the Advanced series, or well, that one. Advanced 2 is not great, but they're just the cutest little pixel guys.
What? No, get out. Sorry.
Is it Pippin?
Don't get in there. Get out.
On to Slime War.
Like
Cat intermission before the Slime War.
He's getting a box.
He's in the box?
Box that's full of stuff that I don't want cat hair on, but I apparently have no choice in the matter.
Oh boy. Okay. Yes, many skilled fighters fought in the war, but without the use of magic, they were in the front lines and most were injured.
What were the slimes like?
Slimy. Just slimy, you know?
Why would you want to know? Why are you asking questions about the slimes? What, and you're just complaining that it's not enough information? Aw, that's not very informative. What do you want to know?
There were many different types of slimes. Some were like water elementals and some like fire. So maybe they were like Final Fantasy slimes.
We got spicy and we got wet.
Spicy and wet.
Is that how Jane got her scar? Fighting a slime?
You ask a lot of questions, Elliot.
Yup.
Why don't we start making some simple vanilla muffins for today's sales?
Oh, I can do that. No, you can't, baby girl.
I would hope. You're so basic. Of course you can. I'll be here to guide you. Do you know what ingredients we need?
I sure do. We'll need flour, milk, a vanilla bean, sugar, and... Is that all?
You'll also need oil and eggs to add moisture and a soft texture to the muffins, as well as a pinch of salt to enhance the flavor of the sugar and vanilla bean.
Oh, I need to write that down. Do they not have recipes?
I always wonder, because, like, I thought, like, that, you know, if you're, like, a bakery, you have your recipes down.
Well, maybe. Elliot can't read.
Oh my god.
She's never learned about the war. She doesn't know much about magic. What does she know?
Lana has to have back there
names.
a recipe book and a spell book.
gotta be. Didn't you write this down last time?
Forgot where I left the notes.
Oh, Elliot.
Also, if like all the herbs and stuff in the
Later?
kitchen are labeled, it would explain how she's never able to find anything if she can't read.
Oh my god. But what about smells?
The layers.
And the tasting? What about smells?
Okay, that part, we'll just chalk up to inexperience and call it that.
But no,
Taste buds
it
can't
is,
smell.
it is wild to me, right? If Lana straight up just like recalls these recipes from scratch, because like listen, baking's an exact like science. Like, what are you doing?
That is
I
true,
can't
but
even
sometimes
remember a recipe for a shoe, and it's got like a simple ratio that you're supposed to follow, but I have to look it up every time.
sometimes if you do a recipe enough, you could memorize it. Like I used to do like a recipe for like a mug brownie or like mug cake, and I don't remember anymore because I stopped doing it. But I could do it like by memory because I did it so much. Yeah, but that's a simple recipe.
Yeah, I feel like the simpler it is, the more forgiving it is. I've never had like a kit, but I've followed like mug recipes. They all taste like glue. Like, cause you know, like how flour
Yeah,
is
none of
used to
them are
make
very
glue
good.
if you want. They usually taste like glue.
I don't remember which one I did, but the one I did like a lot.
Audience, if you have a good mug recipe, please leave it in the comments so I can try it.
Okay, I've heard that like mug brownies are better than mug cakes.
But that's what I
Brownies.
tried.
I think I tried. I did mug brownie, and that's what it was. And it had like oil and like all this, and
Mhm.
it was like very few ingredients.
It is what I tried because I love brownies and I need a good recipe because each time I've tried it, it's glue and I know how to bake. The microwave is taunting me. The morning kicks off with the two of us baking all sorts of delicious treats. Before I know it, the time that Jane routinely comes to visit has arrived. Listen, I hate waking up early, and the thought of how early, because she set a fire. She set a fire, so it was like 5, if not 3 a.m. I couldn't.
Yeah, when I was younger, I really wanted to own a bakery when I was like 6 or something, because I liked baking. And by baking, I mean making a mess in the kitchen and then having my mom help and clean up after me. But then my mom told me that I had to wake up at like 4 in the morning, and I tried it once, and I couldn't. I suffered, and then I went back to sleep.
I did that once for a class for a semester. I don't know what I was on. I don't know what I was doing. I'll never do it again.
Here's the thing, though. I gotta believe there's spells that can make that quicker. Not necessarily the baking, but like getting everything ready. You gotta have like cleaning spells and stuff.
What's that
like,
Disney movie with Mickey and the broom?
What?
In Fantasia?
Yeah, like that. Like things are moving around enchanted.
Uh-huh.
Well, okay, you've also got to take Elliot into consideration.
I mean, Elliot's almost always burning down the kitchen, so. Anyway, yes. It's Jane.
It's me. Good morning.
Morning, Jane.
Good morning, Jane. How did you sleep last night?
About that. I'm sorry, Lana. I didn't get a chance to take the potion last night, even though you went through the trouble of brewing and delivering it to me. Excuse me.
Oh, it's nothing to apologize for. Or over.
Why didn't you take it?
I really shouldn't say.
Aw, please.
She wants the secret so bad.
She just is such a gossip.
I'm also curious. After I went to all the trouble of making the potion, you at least owe me an explanation for my efforts.
I already paid you in coin for the potion, Lana.
Lighten up, Jane.
Now, this is about emotional compensation.
You could There you have it. You can repay me with something else for the emotional trauma of not having my product used. It hurts my feelings.
My legs. I had to watch. I had to walk such a long distance to deliver it. Oh, I was so sore.
Yes, poor Elliot. We demand compensation in the form of castle gossip. Also, give me another thing. I don't know what happened, but the music is blasting my ears. My goodness.
I don't know why you started talking. You said also, and I thought you were gonna say, "Give me a saving throw."
All right, give me a saving throw.
Someone's been
Strahd's at
playing a
your
lot of
door.
D&D.
Strahd's at your door. Give me a saving throw.
Strahd's here for some cupcakes.
Ah, no. That feels just like a nightmare setup. Like the just one of those weird things that can only happen in nightmares.
Just one night, like we one night Strahd, and he's trying to get into your bakery.
It's a new visual novel idea. Cooking for the count.
Oh no.
Not down for the count, not one night Strahd, cooking for the count.
I'd play it.
Yes, who doesn't love mess? Okay.
The old you would have never stooped to such trivial excuses, Lana. Is this your doing, Elliot? Very well. We had a few messengers from the neighboring nations arrive, so I had to escort them around the castle.
Why were there so many messengers? I saw a few of them when I came by.
We're returning responses to the king's invitation.
Oh?
The king's invitation.
Yes. You see, the king plans to hold a ball in a couple of days. All the nobles in Perinia, I couldn't figure it out for a second. All the nobles in Perinia will be attending as well as some ambassadors from the neighboring nations. As well as some ambassadors. Okay.
Oh, a ball?
So will also be attending.
Who's Luca?
Another witch that Lana and I are acquainted with.
He's a childhood friend of mine. You could say, I'm not surprised he is attending. He is a noble, after all. Was that punk?
Boy.
Stole the
Flower
flowers.
boy.
He has a tendency to fall madly in love with every man, woman, and anything in between that he meets. A real hopeless romantic.
Oh no, you guys, if he really is Flower Child, I have to hate him now.
It's best if you keep a safe distance from him. Now, what do you mean like that? Like, ain't nobody popped him in the mouth? Because if he
I
is...
said he's a hopeless romantic, not that he's...
Why? What is safe distance?
Nasty.
What is safe? But why does she have to keep a safe distance? What safe? Safe.
You gotta leave room for Jesus, 3 feet.
Room for witch Jesus.
They got Jesus?
For witch Jesus. For dating some witch Jesus.
Nobody has more Jesus than these 3 witches.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. What's the occasion?
Princess's betrothment.
Do you guys think Jane looks sad?
Yeah, look at
She
eyebrows.
kind of does. Oh no, is there drama?
She's upsetty.
Devoted to her princess?
There's a war, and now there's a knight, nobility, royal conflict of romance and betrothal. The layers, you guys.
Betrothment?
She's getting married? Who's she gonna marry?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not high enough in the chain of command to be informed. But the princess has requested to specifically have your muffins served at the ball.
She did?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Wow.
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 Why would she request my muffin specifically?
No.
The twist.
She eats your blueberry. Oh my god, my. Okay, hold on. She eats your blueberry lavender muffins every day. It makes sense that she would want her favorite food at her betrothment ball.
No, bestie Jane, we thought it was your favorite
Right?
food. The muffins you buy every morning have been for the princess?
Now, why? Now, listen. Did you like one day get the muffin and just like give it to her because she was like, "Ooh, what's that, bestie?" And like, that's what happened. Like, what's going on? How
She
did
was
this
like, "I want a
arrangement
muffin."
happen?
At first, you bought it to support your bestie from the war times. You
What
know.
What if she doesn't? What if she doesn't even like it? What is it, like lavender lemon or something?
Lavender blueberry.
Lavender blueberry.
What if she's like allergic to blueberries or something? You guys.
Jane?
The twist.
Yeah.
The twist.
This one we're just making up, though.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Wow, Lana, your food is being eaten by royalty.
Look at Lana's eyebrows. She's crestfallen.
She's conflicted.
She's crestfallen. I suppose I should feel honored. I actually thought Jane was the one eating my muffins.
Mm-hmm.
So it turns out she wasn't coming to visit me, but was instead running an errand for the princess every day.
I really held back a joke.
You held back a what?
I really held back a joke.
Let me guess.
I wanna know.
Hold on. Give me a second. Let me guess. Was it at all related to the eating of muffins?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's like there.
Yeah. Is this whole game just a euphemism?
Just one big euphemism. I'm not sure how this makes me feel.
Okay. The king wishes to order 500 assorted muffins from you for the night after tomorrow. Can you do it?
The night after tomorrow.
That's so
Okay.
so fast.
Hold on. So, if you're actually putting in an order with the bakery at any point, you need to do this at least a month in advance. You cannot go in the night before or the 2 nights before or whatever and expect to have your order filled.
It's the
Yes,
it's the king. So rip.
We're sorry, King. We're
It's the bakery. You
we're
can
the
only
official
work so
bakery
hard.
union. We have rights and we have demands, and we demand a reasonable window of time to prepare.
They got two. They got two
And
employees.
excessive compensation.
We have 2 employees.
Yeah. And
Just
also,
2.
they probably don't have the stock to create muffins en masse for a party in addition to their usual stock. You gotta give them time.
I mean,
plan.
See, this is what I'm saying though. Shouldn't there be some magic that helps? Shouldn't they be doing some magic that helps?
I don't
Okay,
know.
creating
know.
something from nothing is generally. I mean, conjuration. I mean,
Are you referring to alchemy?
I mean, equivalent exchange.
we don't know the rules of magic in this world, but generally,
Yeah.
something created from nothing is not as possible as like buying something.
Well, no, they would still have to get the ingredients, but I feel like there should be magic that helps them make them faster.
Maybe.
Yeah, like a magic assembly line.
Maybe
sort
since
of
they
deal.
do so much fire conjuring, because like, okay, look, that chimney is not connected to like, from what we can see, an oven back there, right? Like they don't have that set up. So maybe they really
just an
just
open
hover
fire.
the batter over the fire.
Oh, come
Yeah.
get your fire smoked muffins.
All right, let's finish
But
this
really,
episode.
even if they have magic, it's still mostly on Lana. So
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I can't really decline a request from the king now, can I?
no, I guess not. You will, of course, be invited to attend the ball as well.
Okay, the night after tomorrow, correct? I should be able to get that done. I assume Elliot will want to help with this order.
Oh, don't let her. You bet I do.
Have some faith. Lana believes in her.
I have no faith in this hapless woman.
Excellent. Consider it done.
Thank you.
All these little moments of sad expressions.
Yeah, they're all sad. Why are they all sad?
Are you all right?
Yes, please don't worry about me.
We do.
I'll just take my usual muffin and return to the castle.
All right.
It's so sad now.
It is. I go behind the counter and place a blueberry lavender muffin into a carry bag. For some reason, I put it in a fancier bag than usual, opting for a black pouch with gold hemming instead of a plain tan one. Here you go.
Thank you, Lana.
Did I subconsciously try to present the muffin in a more sophisticated manner because I knew it was meant for royalty?
Be back at the same time tomorrow.
Have a good day, Jane.
I do
She was out of there fast.
I do like that she put it in a fancier bag, so so in front of Jane, it's like, oh, this is for royalty. It's not for you. Let's make it fancy.
It's not for you. What if the princess is like a little in love with the baker? Like, what if we Cinderella twist in time this?
It's never known. That would have to be one heck of a
It's
like I
gotta
could
be.
muffin.
It's
I
gotta
could feel the love in the blueberry lavender.
Just imagining who this baker is in her window in her castle. She leaves, but not before showing a pained look on her face.
Hey.
Why?
Jane didn't look happy when talking about the princess's betrothment.
It's a love triangle.
Dun dun dun.
I had a feeling I knew why, but it wasn't my place to say. Elliot, I think the pumpkin seed muffins will be whoopsie doopsie blah, blah, blah. Elliot, I think the pumpkin seed muffins will be almost finished by now. I tried to ignore it and carry on with running the bakery.
I'll go check.
Thank you everyone for watching part 2. There's so much lore. There's so much story happening. It's rich. It's so
wonder if
rich.
she-
Drama.
I wonder if we'll see a slime.
Oh my gosh, that'd be
I
great.
hope we do.
That would be great. What if Princess married a slime?
Oh no.
But everyone, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Wait, what if the princess is going to marry a slime? Diplomatic relations, you know?